Hey there. Are your brakes grinding? Are you figuring, oh, I better just let it ride for a little bit and then get it fixed? Stop right there. Bring it to your local mechanic and get it looked at. Otherwise, shit like this is going to happen to you. Well, today we got Jack's 300C back in here. Can you guess what for? I'll give you a few seconds. Do 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 do. All right, all bets are in. What's wrong with it? Well, it's a lower ball joint on the passenger side. We did the lower ball joint on the driver's side a few months ago, and sure as shit, the other side followed. Suppose we can get you in here and show you what I'm doing. Gonna do that ball joint right there. So what you gotta do, obviously take your brake caliper and carrier off, take your rotor off, because you're gonna have to take the whole spindle out. And then you're gonna wanna come back, come back and take this brake hose thingamajig off. And then you're going to want to unplug your wheel speed sensor wire and then just make sure that's on its own thing, tucked away from everything else. Because you're taking that with the spindle. And that's where we're at right now. Well, if you're following along because you found this video, Google searching it or something because you don't know what you're doing, like I said, you get all that shit loose. So then what I did is took the nut off the upper ball joint, took the nut off the tie rod end, and then took the top nut off the ball joint we're doing, and then the other side's got the ball joint, or the nut on the bottom for that top trailing arm, or whatever the fuck you call these. And then and that's all the nuts are off. You take your handy dandy smacking machine and you get to smacking. I'll show you. Okay, so now that wants to work with sheer brute force, so they make a machine for that. It's called the brute force machine. So I'm going to take a couple minutes, fire up the air compressor, and we'll use the machine. Whew! Sweating already. Well, I had to think on it, and I figure if I'm going to go the route of a DIY video, which is kind of what this is turning into, I guess, you might not have a big ass air hammer at home in your garage if you haven't been working on cars for 10 years of your life. So what you might have is one of these, and before you say anything, I'm well aware that that's a brazing tip. That's what I bought the torch for. So don't give me shit on the tip. It's not the right tip, but it'll work. So what you're going to want to do is not the ball joint threads itself, but the spindle, the knuckle around it, you want to get hot so that'll expand away from the tapered ball joint piece. So you want to get it nice and hot. and then hit it with the old hammer. So we'll give that a go for your guys' benefit, because it'll be something you'll have. If it doesn't work, I'll probably forego the DIY video and just hit it with my air hammer and get this done. So here we go. And there you have it. A little bit of heat will be your best friend. So we're going to go ahead and do that on pretty much everything else here that he's pounding on, and show you the rest of the job. Fuck's sake. Like there's not 1,000 videos of this already on YouTube, right? So, another little tidbit. It's always a good idea when you break shit free like that to kind of take a look at other stuff that you couldn't really move on before. I never even thought to get a pry bar in here and check this, but that's no good. So, good thing this came in his kit, so we'll just go ahead and do that for him too. And anything else I can find, we'll take a peek at everything else while we're here. But yeah, if it's not one thing, it's something else, and if it's both of those things, then you probably got more wrong. Since I'm not reusing either of those pieces, I just went ahead and hit on the threaded part. You don't want to do that if you have to reuse any of that shit, obviously, but since I'm replacing that trailing arm and that ball joint, good to hit. Fire up the hammer for that. You can also use a pickle fork, but I don't like those. Always ruins the boots. Not that I'm saving these again, but I just never bought a fucking pickle fork. And there she is. She just needed a little bit of that ear hammer action. But we're going to go ahead and replace this ball joint here. Ooh, she's fucked. And that trailing arm, is that what they're calling them these days? Trailing arms? That's what I used to call them. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck they call them anymore. Yeah, because this guy's a little shot. Alright, so we'll move the camera and show you how to press out that ball joint. Okay, so get your spindle up on the bench, and you're going to need it's got a C-clip here on the bottom side, that's what's holding it in. So you get your C-clip pliers, and you get that off of there, and then you're going to need one of these bad boys, a couple adult beverages, no big deal, but one of these here, this is your handheld unit ball joint press. Comes with a plethora of shit, and I'll show you exactly what I end up using for this one, but that's going to be the handiest tool, and you might not have this in your toolbox, but you can go get a free loaner from your auto parts store. Probably like a $30 deposit or something like that, and they'll hand you over one of these. I'll show you how to use it here in a sec. Oh, and real quickly, before you go ahead and destroy your C-clip pliers, trying to get a rusted C-clip off, it's best to take a punch or a little chisel and just hit it with your hammer and get it moving both directions, you know, make sure it starts rotating, and then get in there with your pliers and crank it open, pop it off, no big deal. Well, when you're limited with your selection, you're going to be limited with your results. So, best thing I could do here after getting the got the C-clamp out, I also took the Zerks fitting out of the back of the ball joint, because I only have, as far as something big enough to cover this, I only have the big guy here. It'll sit level there, and then you gotta make sure you use your finger with the big hole, so it doesn't lock up on you. You're gonna want that to push out, and that'll push out through the big hole on this thing. So no worries there, it'll fall into here, and then I'm just gonna use the pushy end and try to get it as centered as I can where the Zerks was and push it out that way. So wish me luck, we'll see if that works. My hardest problem is going to be trusting it to sit level, and I'm not going to be pushing dead center either, so hopefully that works. What I'm going to do before I'm going to hit the end with my impact, but before I do that, to encourage this to move out, it's got to slide that way, and to not wreck my tool, I'm going to just heat the piss out of the knuckle right here. Just heat it up till it's almost red hot, and then I'll hit it with the impact. So after a lot of heat and just a little bit of tool breakage, damage, I guess it's not broken yet, got the ball joint out. So going in is going to be a lot easier. I'm going to clean this schmuck out of here, give it a little bit of assembly glue because I love that shit. And she'll press right in there, and then assembly's reverse of disassembly. And I put a little snippet about doing the trailing arm in this video, but it's one bolt, slides out the front, and the whole fucking thing comes off, so those are easy. But anyway, I'll make a quick little lapse of me putting the new one in, and Bob's your uncle. Fucking Bob. there you have it. New ball joint in. You go ahead and put your new, came with a fancy nut and everything, but you put your newly supplied C-clip around there. Make sure you put your Zerks in there. Give it a little bit of grease. How you doing? I recommend greasing after you get it in there. That's what I always do. But yeah, there you go. That's the ball joint. Hot damn fucking Hemi C.